Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3 in a series between Goody and Krolu. Goody spawning as the the blue Terran. I am not colorblind. Krolu is spawning as the red Protoss. Saw the little icon for a second, thought I was gonna say Zerg. Red Protoss versus blue Terran here on Entombed Valley. Game 3 in a best of 3, the deciding match, and we'll see whether or not Krolu will be able to shut the door, or if Goody will have come back from a 1-0 deficit. Now, so far these players, we've seen pretty standard play coming in from these players, but very, very different quote-unquote standard play. Krolu opening up most likely with that pylon gateway assimilator pylon cybernetics core, but then transitioned into phoenixes when he suspected that there could be banshees. Didn't see the banshees, but was still able to utilize those phoenixes, as the phoenixes were able to pick off a couple medevacs in game 1 and then just win a war of attrition essentially. Now in game 2, Goody with I guess Krolu said it was a build order win, as Krolu tried to double expand and he had no real way of being able to defend against the sheer number of Marines that were inside his base. Krolu wasn't that far behind, but because he didn't have the necessary production units and also got his stalkers caught in a very, very bad position halfway across the field, he really ended up behind and then just simply let his opponent walk inside his base and simply destroy him. Now we'll see if Krolu learned his lesson and what his strategy will be here, as we are going into a 1 Rax expand, it appears. There is no refinery. And what is Krolu's response going to be? 1 Rax expand, most likely followed up by triple Rax. Triple Rax with bunker, very effective at dealing with any sort of 4-gate strategy. But if Krolu does open up with a gateway cybernetics core, start training up sentries, and then transitions into stalkers and zealots, that may work out well, as sentries are effective at shutting down bunkers, as bunkers' real benefit is the fact that they can be repaired. Alright, here we go. Probe still wandering around, heading off to the center portion of the map. Will reveal this tower here. Meanwhile, we can see that the SCV is going to scout the top left portion, and Krolu is looking to establish up a nexus at about the 3-minute 50-second mark, about 40 seconds behind from his opponent. But then again, he does not have to upgrade that to an orbital command, and he already starts getting energy for Chrono Boost. There's that bunker on the front door that I was mentioning moments ago. We can see that there is the double barracks. I am surprised that it isn't the standard triple barracks that we saw from Goody in game 2. Now this may be an indicator that he is going to be going for faster gas. Yes, he is, and that means that he wants to rely more on stim, as he's going to be getting up a tech lab and trying to research stim packs. Now, proxy pylon coming in from Krolu. I like the placement on this pylon. It also allows to check if there's any units coming in this banana corridor here, or the banana hallway here, just in case, and it also prevents any sort of elevator drops. Another pylon here would pretty much shut down any sort of drop play at all, as a sentry is now in position, and perhaps double force fields on the ramp or triple force fields on the ramp to prevent units from slipping in. Alright, here we go. We see double tech lab now coming in from Goody. Interesting strategy, as he's going into Marines. He may want stim pack and combat shield. Curious that he's actually getting combat shield first, even though stim does take a little bit longer. That is a bit of a surprise. Perhaps he's just trying to tank more damage and then just survive and attack with the next group of units. We are going into... I saw a Reaper for a second. We're going into Marauders, and that is an even bigger surprise, that it is not even that he's going combat shield and Marauders and Marines instead of stim pack Marauders and Marines. So far, triple sentries on the front door, and now we are going to see a transition into a robotics facility with Colossi, most likely, as sentries are able to shut down escapes for infantry units, corral them, and allow the Colossi to finish up the job. So far, harvester counts 38 versus 31. There are 2 mules in play, so the advantage is about even if you take a total of the resources, both minerals and gas. You can see Krolu has established up his third assimilator. Meanwhile, no third gas yet by Goody at his natural. Krolu now looking to face off against a couple of these Marauders. The Marauders do have concussive shell, and yes, able to get off some damage and finish it off. The Stalker pretty much knew it couldn't get away, so turned around and just fired a couple times to deal 36 points of damage? 26 points of damage? That doesn't seem right. Alright. Anyways, that's... Oh yeah, 26 points of damage. 13 damage there, so... The next would have been 42. Alright, here we go. Here we have an engagement. Force fields come in. Marauders and Marines. The Marines pretty much unable to do anything once the force fields do get placed down. And those Zealots really should not have been in there at all. The Zealots have actually backed off and just allowed the Stalkers and the other units to come in. And there are some more force fields again, but there are simply too many Marines. Immortal now trying to come in and engage. The Immortal backing away. What is it looking to really do here? Is it going to be able to finish off a Marauder? Yes, able to finish off a Marauder, but not before another Marauder finishes it off and gets off another attack there. Another Marauder getting taken down once more. Both sides with these small skirmishes. The Marines are starting to fall here as there are still sentries. Are we going to perhaps see a shot off onto that Marine? No, down to 3 hit points. Still able to survive. Krolu now reinforcing. One Marine getting caught in transit as the Stalker should be able to catch up to that Marauder and take it down. Another Marauder will get taken down here, so whoever retreats first ends up losing more, and that is the case. Only a 200 resource difference between these two teams, these two players. And really, one Marauder is about 125 resources, so you can see how much that one Marauder made in terms of difference in losses. Harvester count 50 probes, 46 SCVs. Goody now finally establishing double refineries inside his natural expansion, and will he be able to just build up the right counter army? He's also building up a third third command center here. A curious location. Normally Terran players build it off down over here to lift and land here. So far we can see an engineering bay is being placed down. 1-0 upgrades in the future most likely as well. Let's take a look at the base of the Protoss. Robotics bay, Immortals, Colossi being trained with extended thermal lance range, and also level 1 weapons and armor upgrades. And we'll see how that all turns out. Marines and Marauders. This one particular, one observer, you cannot spot it unless you, I don't know, can you guys see that distortion on my screen when I adjust my camera? If you guys ever want to look for an observer, that's also another easy way to do it. Doing the scroll wheel to zoom in, and it forces, I guess it somewhat semi-forces the observer to move in terms of your camera perspective, and then you can see the slight flickering. Marines and Marauders simply walking their way in here, and now units are going to try to engage the Zealots, absorbing a lot of damage. Medivacs, Colossus is here. Colossus now taking a lot of damage. The Immortals poking at those units. Zealots now coming in from behind, and Goody does have a superior number of units. Colossus does get taken down before extended thermal lance range is completed. Marauders and Marines are still both fighting it out, and the units are trying to engage each other, focus firing. Goody gonna lose a lot of Stalkers here. The Marines simply rolling over all of the Stalkers and the Immortals. Is it gonna be enough? It looks like it will be, as the Marines now take a huge advantage. Stalkers now looking to engage. Are they going to be able to perhaps poke at those other units? Stalkers now backing off and now taking a lot of damage, as we are going to be seeing a Colossi now come in. Medevac now in the air, going to be flying away, protecting all of those units, as Krolu down to 80 supply pretty much, while Goody is at 111. 63 SCVs, 6 Marauders, 6 Medevacs, 19 Marines. Really, it is that that Medevac and Marine count which is helping him so much. And Goody looks like he is poised to take this game. Marines now being dropped off here at the third base. Units now making their way over. I believe the Stalkers will be able to take down many of those units, as the Medevacs now trying to retreat down to 63 hit points. And there it goes. Meanwhile, a second drop happening over here by Goody. Goody with a beautiful timing, gonna go after some probes, and probes are just all getting destroyed now. So many workers have been taken down, 12 workers total, as the Marauders now go after perhaps some Colossi and some other targets. The Marauders and the Marines are looking to back off, as another attack happening here, and Goody just striking wherever he can, attacking in multiple locations and forcing Krolu to make a decision. Beautiful, beautiful play by Goody, as it looks like one of these Nexuses will fall, if not both. Marauders and Marines are backing off here. Marines and the Marauders focusing down the Nexus. Nexus now down to 0 hit points. There it goes. Stalkers now up on the high ground as well. One Medevac will get shot down, but I believe this Medevac, with actually all the precious cargo, is still okay. Marines now looking to rush in once more. And is it going to be enough? The Marines are upgraded 1-0. One probe does get taken out. More Stalkers now looking to come in as well. Krolu going to finish off these Marines, but the damage has already been dealt. Goody now running up on 73 SCVs compared to 22 probes. Goody has severely gimped whatever chances... Goody has severely gimped whatever chances Krolu had from taking game 1, as he is just playing phenomenally here in game 2. Zealots now engaging again. Stalkers finishing off some of the Vikings. Colossi now getting targeted again, as the Marauders are still trying to chase after chase after those Colossi. Marines still engaging. Is Goody gonna come out ahead? I believe so, as Krolu now retreats, Goody now retreats and tries to regroup with more units. Krolu attacking and pressing his slight advantage here. Marauders and Marines still both sides battling it out. Krolu seen at 54 over 124. One Zealot now going to charge up the ranks. Is it going to take a lot of damage? Yes, it will. Will it fall? Yes, it will. Whole bunch of SCVs. Oh, that could be bad. That is a lot of workers killed. Wow, all of a sudden, that is a whole bunch of workers killed. 10 workers, I believe, from the last time there, as the Colossi able to slice and dice its way past all of those units. SCV now taken down as well, and it looks like it is going to be two bases to 3 now, if Krolu can start saturating this base here at the 11 o'clock position. Orbital Command now down to 219 hit points. It does get taken down, as Krolu now needs to rethink his strategy and where to attack next. Engagement. Zealots, Marines, Marauders, both sides falling apart. Colossi may get taken down here. The Marauders and the Marines still pushing their way forward. Stalkers, will they be able to survive this fight? Yes, they will, as the Marauders and the Marines decided to back off as opposed to continually moving forward in that engagement. Zealots now getting take down. More Zealots warping in. Colossus now been destroyed. And with that Colossus down, I believe Goody pretty much has this game now, as there's not enough DPS to shut down the rest of the Marine, Marauders, and Medevacs. Viking going into ground mode. Krolu now pretty much with nothing left. Marines and Marauders also inside his opponent's base. And Krolu, I believe, will be forced to give the GG here. Yes, there's the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.